Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 31st of December. Indian PM Modi says vaccine and caution should be mantra of 2021. Mob attacks and sets fire to Hindu temple in Pakistan. And Nepal's harvest festival begins with preparation of delicacies. And now for all the details. As preparations for administering the coronavirus vaccine on Indians are in the last stages, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday said people should strictly follow coronavirus safety measures even after vaccination. Sharing his mantra for the new year 2021, the Prime Minister said there is medicine, but still there should be caution.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday said that earlier he used to urge people that until the medicine arrives for COVID-19, there should be no carelessness, but now he is saying that there is medicine, but still there should be caution. Speaking after laying the foundation stone of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Western Rajkot city virtually, PM Modi said people should not let their guard down and strictly abide by coronavirus preventive norms even after vaccination.
दवाई आ गई तो सब छूट मिल गई, ये भ्रम में मत रहना। दुनिया यही कहती है, वैज्ञानिक यही कहते हैं, और इसलिए अब मंत्र रहेगा हमारा 2021 का, दवाई भी और कड़ाई भी।
This comes as India on Thursday prepared to welcome the New Year 2021 during the pandemic. Police and fire unit deployments were beefed up, traffic regulations planned, and restaurants and bars in national capital New Delhi were asked to host not more than 50% of their capacity to ensure orderly celebrations amid the virus spread.
India's Southern Kerala State Assembly on Thursday passed a resolution demanding withdrawal of the centre's 3 contentious farm laws that have triggered protests by farmers at the borders of Indian capital New Delhi since late November. A deadlock continues to persist while talks between protesting farmers and the government have resumed after being stalled for days.
India's Southern Kerala State Assembly on Thursday passed a resolution against the 3 contentious farm laws cleared by the Parliament in September that have triggered protests by farmers. The resolution was tabled by Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, who said that the laws will help only big corporate houses. The resolution said that the farmers' genuine concerns should be addressed and the centre should withdraw all 3 farm laws. Thousands of farmers who have been camping outside Indian capital New Delhi's borders for over a month against the laws that liberalize the agricultural sector welcomed the move. The centre government has said it will not repeal the laws but has offered to amend them after talks.
देखिए केरला असेंबली ने जो मता पास किया है अच्छी बात है, इससे किसानों को आंदोलन को और भी बल मिलेगा, पर देखने वाली बात है कि कौन सा सेक्शन में पास किया क्या क्या। चलो मोराली तौर पे तो किसानों का इस बात में जो और जो है आंदोलन और तेज होगा, अच्छी बात है मैं कहूँगा।
During the meeting between farmer unions and the government on Wednesday, the two sides reached common ground on issues related to the Electricity Amendment Bill and penal provisions for stubble burning. Another round of talks is scheduled to take place on January 4 on outstanding issues. Meanwhile, on Thursday, a section of farmers broke through the police barricades at the Rajasthan-Haryana border, where they were being stopped since December 13 from heading towards Delhi's borders as the protests intensify.
In news from Pakistan, human rights activists across the world have condemned the vandalizing and burning of a Hindu temple by an angry mob in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa on Wednesday. Pakistan has long been blamed for discriminating against its religious minorities, which is manifested in various forms.
An angry mob vandalized a Hindu temple and set it on fire on Wednesday in Karak district in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. A video clip of the incident, which has gone viral on social media, shows a violent mob destroying the walls and roof of the temple. Reports said that the mob was protesting against the expansion work of the temple and demolished the newly constructed work alongside the old structure. The act, which has hurt the sentiments of the Hindu community, is being widely condemned by human rights activists across the world.
पाकिस्तान में इसको तोड़ा गया है। ये 101 साल पुराना मंदिर था और ये पाकिस्तान में हिंदू किसी तरह भी महफूज नहीं है। ना वो इबादत कर सकते हैं, ना वो मंदिर में जा सकते हैं। दिन ब दिन मंदिरों की तोड़ फोड़ और घिराव जलाओ का सिलसिला तेज होता जा रहा है।
Pakistan has long been condemned internationally for discriminating against its religious minorities, which is manifested in various forms, including targeted violence, draconian blasphemy laws, abductions, curbs on practicing religion, and forced conversion to Islam.
Moving on. Scores of students and staff of Karakoram International University in Gilgit-Baltistan recently held a protest over an alleged attack by terrorists on the university campus. They shouted slogans demanding the arrest of the culprits and sought safety for educational institutions in the illegally occupied region.
Scores of students, teachers and staff of Karakoram International University in Gilgit-Baltistan recently held a protest over an attack on the university campus, allegedly by terrorists. The protesters claimed a section of the university in the illegally occupied region was attacked and set on fire, allegedly by unknown miscreants, whom they termed as terrorists. They shouted slogans demanding the arrest of the culprits and sought safety for educational institutions, which are often attacked by terrorists.
हम आज हुकूमत पाकिस्तान, हुकूमत गिलगित बल्तिस्तान, लॉ इन्फोर्सिंग एजेंसीज और अफवाज पाकिस्तान के नॉलेज में ये बात लाना चाहते हैं अपने इस पुरअमन प्रोटेस्ट के ज़रिए से कि कल गुज़श्ता रात दहशतगर्दों ने कराकोरम यूनिवर्सिटी के इमलाक पर हमला किया, उस पर आग लगा दी और उसको नुकसान पहुंचाया है।
क्या जान माल की कोई तहफ़्फ़ुज़ नहीं है। इस इदारे के अंदर, इस मुल्क के अंदर, इस इलाके के अंदर दहशतगर्दों को लगाम आज़ाद किया गया है।
It is not the first time that educational institutions have been attacked in the illegally occupied region. In 2018, terrorists had also set ablaze 12 girls' schools to discourage education of girls. According to Human Rights Watch, the primary goal of such terror attacks is not to physically harm students or teachers, but to disrupt the educational process.
In news from Afghanistan, the peace negotiating team representing the Afghan government in the talks with the Taliban has said the negotiators will focus their efforts to end the war and protect the system in the second round of Doha talks, scheduled to begin on 5th of January. Chief of Afghan negotiators in Doha, Masoom Stanekzai, has said that in the second round, efforts will be focused on a permanent end to the war and not a gradual end to the conflict. The remarks come at a time when Afghanistan continues to be hit by violence, even as the government and the insurgent Taliban have been holding meetings since September to discuss peace. There has been a rise in the number of targeted killings in recent weeks, many blamed on the Taliban. In the latest, an employee of Afghan Presidential Palace was critically wounded in an IED blast on Thursday and his driver was killed. Moving on to news from Nepal. Preparation of Yomari, a Nepali delicacy, has started in the Himalayan nation to mark Neva community's harvest festival. Filled with molasses and sesame seeds, Yomari is consumed especially during winters to beat the chilly cold.
With the preparation of Yomari, a delicacy shaped like fig, filled with molasses and sesame seeds, Nepal's Neva community has started celebrating its harvest festival. The harvest festival is marked with fanfare by Neva community of Kathmandu Valley. The community worships Annapurna, the goddess of grains, for rice harvest on the full moon day.
संस्कार भनौँ न संस्कृति जगाइराख्नु लागि र प्लस आज यमरी पूर्णी विशेष गरी हाम्रो तिथि अनुसार यमरी पूर्णी र यो के भन्छ हाम्रो नेवारी संस्कार अनुसार यो एउटा भनौँ न मान्छे जाडोले गर्दा अलिकति यो तातो चिज खान खोज्ने कारण मतलब यो संस्कार पनि बस्न गएको कारण गर्दा.
As per various beliefs, Suchandra and Krita, a married couple, first experimented with a fresh yield of rice from their field in ancient times. The couple then distributed the new delicacy to the villagers, which was liked by all, and it was named Romari, which in Neva language means tasty bread.
India has raised the number of visitors it will allow into the iconic Taj Mahal to 15,000 per day, citing rise in demand to visit the White Marble Monument. On Wednesday, hundreds of tourists flocked the monument, crowding around a ticket window. Families also strolled through the gardens surrounding the Taj Mahal. Have a look.
Authorities at India's iconic Taj Mahal increased the tourist cap to 15,000 this week, considering the rising demand ensuing black marketing of tickets despite coronavirus concerns. In September this year, the White Marble Monument was open for visitors after being closed since March during the coronavirus outbreak, with the daily visitor numbers capped at 5,000 versus an average of 20,000 before the pandemic. As the number of cases dwindled in the city of Agra, where the Taj Mahal is situated, the daily cap was increased.
हाँ, भीड़ तो दिख रही है. लोग आना चाहते हैं आगरा के ताजमहल को देखने के लिए, क्योंकि आप देखिए कि ये पूरा 2020 जो किस तरीके से निकला है, सभी लोगों के लिए मुश्किलों भरा रहा और बहुत से लोग हमें छोड़कर चले गए. उन सबको मैं श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करना चाहूँगा. और नए साल आने वाला है तो बहुत लोग पजल भी हो गए थे, परेशान भी थे, घर में रह कर तो चाहते थे कि घर से निकलें. और सबसे पहले तो डोमेस्टिक, बाहर तो हम कहीं जा नहीं सकते, लेकिन देश की जो धरोहरें हैं उन्हें हम देखना चाहते हैं.
The White Marble Tomb, built by the 17th century Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in the memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz, is one of the world's most popular tourist attractions. The Taj Mahal attracts over 6.5 million tourists every year, generating nearly $14 million annually from entrance fees.
The COVID-19 pandemic could not deter the spirit of dance performers and audiences at the International Odissi Dance Festival in India's eastern Bhubaneswar city, which concluded amid safety protocols on Wednesday. The event reverberated to the sounds of classical music and stellar performances of dancers.
Indian classical dancers mesmerized one and all during the International Odissi Dance Festival in Bhubaneswar city of India's eastern Odisha state, which concluded on Wednesday in the shadow of the coronavirus pandemic. Dancers and musicians from across the globe participate in the festival held every year, but because of travel restrictions and other coronavirus-related curves, the festival did not see much footfall this time. The festival was characterized into solo, duet and group presentations.
If you calculate all the 5 days, so you will find more than 500 artists, dancers and musicians, calculating all. And they represent from all over the world.
Indian classical dance form of Odissi is believed to have been originated in temples and is predominantly performed by women for expressing religious stories and spirituality. It uses symbolic costumes, body movement, expressions and gestures, and sign language.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now, our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Wish you a very happy New Year. Good night.